Camille Lowe used to be so unwell, even playing with her daughters was a challenge.
I look back now and I just think that's terrifying.
For decades, Camille lived with binge eating disorder and atypical anorexia without knowing it.
The stress of having 3 children that weren't sleeping, the pressure was on. And so I just went head into exercising constantly, just manipulating what I was eating. You know, my family would be eating one thing, I would prepare one thing, and then I'd be eating something else.
And she says because she has a larger body, doctors didn't pick up on the signs, even when she was pleading for appetite suppressant drugs.
I was so in the middle of it, I begged him and I cried. Now that should have been a sign that something was wrong.
It was a similar story for Claire Trevena, who was 14 when she was told she'd have to lose more weight to get any treatment for atypical anorexia.
I just can't believe that would happen, that you could see someone who was so young and so sick, and that was what they did all day, every day, and then to tell them to go home and to drop more weight.
She experienced weight stigma from doctors, even as she recovered.
They came back just for a weigh-in just to see how it was going, and they could track a few things. And she said, you've actually reached too high of a weight and we would like you to drop some weight.
Around 1 in 20 Australians are living with an eating disorder, and half of them have larger bodies. Rates of eating disorders are increasing faster in this cohort than any other, but they're least likely to receive treatment. And, like Camille and Claire, many say they're dismissed, sidelined or ignored by medical professionals due to weight stigma.
Health professionals are no different to any of the rest of us in seeing eating disorders as only occurring in smaller bodied people. So we tend to see really long, often decades going before people actually get a response from a health professional which is appropriate.
And unfortunately, larger bodied people experience eating disorders frequently, but just as frequently go under the radar in terms of being screened for an eating disorder, receiving treatment for an eating disorder.
Advisory body, the National Eating Disorders Collaboration, has developed guidelines for medical professionals to stop them dismissing people or denying them treatment based on their size. They'll be published later this month, and they prioritise weight neutral and size inclusive care. It's a message doctors say they will be heeding.
The RACGP is focused on educating its members to maintain the focus on good health and well-being rather than simply a number on a set of scales.
For now, these Victorian women are taking control of their own well-being through this judgment-free, body-positive adventure group.
It's not about diets and it's not about fitness, it's just about fun with friends in the outdoors.
It's an inclusive space to forget the hurt of weight stigma.
We get this judgment from parents and friends, and sometimes it's coming from a place of love, but they don't realise what they're pushing on to their loved ones.
They say nature is healing, and these women agree. If this story has raised any concerns for you, there is help available. You can contact the Butterfly Foundation on 1800 334 673 or Eating Disorders Victoria on 1300 550 236.